Hello, beautiful. This is our last one. It's part 3. Woohoo! And there's going to be 2 versions to this one. So you choose the one that you're more comfortable with. One's going to be a little bit more challenging, that's for sure. But let's go with the simpler one. So you finish with part 2 going down and up. Okay? So you're on your right side, and then we're going to go and do the step touch that we did in part 1. You're going to go step, touch with the hip lift, step, touch with the hip lift, step, touch with the hip lift, and step, touch with the hip lift. Bring that weight down on that right foot. You're going to scoop 2 twists or loop forward. So it's still like a circle or half of a figure 8, horizontal plane. You're going to twist back, slide, scoop forward. Twist back, slide, scoop forward. Then you're going to switch the weight on the left foot. Okay, and you're going to be facing back. And we're going to do some figure 8s, and you're going to continue as you're doing don't do the figure 8s. Let's just do the transition where we're going to go from back to facing the front. You're going to go 5 step. Start with your left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you hold on 6. Okay? So let's do that again. We're going to scoop 1, 2, transfer the weight on the left foot, bring your feet together, and then walk on the spot facing the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold it here into your classical pose. Now, as you're doing this, you're going to pretend that you're taking your shirt off, but you're not, right? But you might, depends. If you're by yourself, doing it for your husband or somebody you love, or just for yourself, which you should love yourself. All right, so go up, up, and all I'm doing is using my fingers, sliding the side of my body, and then sliding right underneath the armpits, to the tricep, to the forearms, and then all the way to my wrists, if you see this, and then I intertwine, and I'll finish this way. Okay, so cross, slide. Even if you have a hard time, if you're big breasted, sometimes this gets in the way, just make your cross a little bit smaller. Okay, you don't have to go big wrap. But when you come here, I do want you to slide your fingers on the arms all the way up and hold as you're turning. So let's do the scoops. 1, 2. Notice my arms are just to the side in our basic pose. 1, 2. Transfer the weight. Take your time. Okay. Cross your arms and walk for 5 counts facing the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So on 6, you just kind of pose. If you can, you could do the figure 8s, the vertical figure 8. Right, left, right, left. Or you could just sway your hips. Okay, so let's do that again. To the scoop. 1, 2, 3, 4, cross, and then these steps are a little bit faster with the figure 8s. If you can, take your shirt off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hold 7, 8. And that is your finale. Now, if you want to have a more challenge to it, when we're doing our step touch, you could pivot and turn. Nothing changes in the pattern of this. The only thing that changes is the direction. You're adding a half turn, basically. So we're here. We're going to step. Okay? And then when you step, you're going to turn this way, right side. Okay? And then step down, turn, and still do the touch. So you're still doing the same thing, the touch. So I'm going to go. So you started here, step on the right, pivot, face the right wall. Do that touch, little hip. But now you're going to continue turning. Okay, so you're going to turn this way to the right. Okay, now you're going to step down on that left foot. Keep turning, you pivot on that foot that's landed and do that hip touch. Boom. Okay, so all I did was half turns. And then I'm going to put that weight on that foot. I'm going to pivot and do a half turn. Oh, it's more than a half turn. This one is a little bit more. When you turn to the right, there's a little bit more. It's more of like a quarter turn. 1, 2, that's a 3/4. And boom. And then we have one more to go. I want to make sure you see my feet. My weight is on my right foot. I'm going to transfer my weight on the left. This is my last one. Okay, so now I'm always showcasing the hip area or the working leg, which is the one that's more in the air. The standing leg is where the weight is mostly. Okay, so I'm always going to showcase that side, and then I'm going to go down, and then that's where the loop comes in. So all we did, the foot patterns is the same, except you're adding direction. Meaning I'm still doing a step, a toe, a step, a toe, a step, a toe, a step, a toe. I'm changing the weight transfer of the foot pattern, the same. The only thing I'm doing differently is the adding a direction to it. I'm pivoting on it. So I'm going to do that again with you, so you could just without the turn. This is what's happening with the weight change. I'm going right foot, putting all the weight, my standing leg, and then touch. Step down, touch. Step down, touch. Step down, touch. This will not change. It's going to be down, touch, down, touch. The only thing, I'm not moving forward constantly, and my standing leg will add some pivot. I'm going to add different walls. The foot work is the same. Still doing a step, touch, step, touch. I'm going to go step. I'm pivoting, touch, step, touch, step, touch. One more, step, touch. Do that again. I'm stepping down, turning to my right, touch, step, touch, step, touch, step, touch. One more time. Step, touch, step, touch, step, touch, step, touch. Finish with the right hip up, then bring it down, loop, loop, transfer the weight to the back, your left foot, feet together, and slowly step. Start with your left foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and finish right here. So now we're going to do this with music. So what I'll do is that there's 4 times. So the first one is without the turns, and then the second one with the turns, and the third without, and then fourth with. So you could do with the turns or without the turns. You choose. But you could look at this over and over. That's what's so great about videos. Yay, you could practice with that over and over. Okay, so let's practice this with music. Let's do that with the turns now. Without the turns. Last one with the turns. How was that? Yeah! So, okay, so the turns might take a while, but sometimes we overcomplicate it when we know it's always the same thing. But it took me, turns was not easy for me either. So, but give yourself a chance, practice without following me, just practice by yourself. And then maybe record yourself and see how that goes. And so anyways, I'm anxious to show you the whole package, the whole video in the next section or next video. Okay, love you guys. Have fun with this. And I'm here for you if you have any comments. Mwah.